What's up, guys? It's the Sound Alchemist here and bringing you the first Lore of the Multiverse of the 2015 year. You heard it, guys. We're back and better than ever with longer, more informative lore. And this time we're starting with one of the worst, well, I wouldn't say worst, but one of the hated double colors of magic, that is blue and white. That's right, guys, Azorius Control. So without further ado, let's delve into the lore and the playstyle of these two color combinations. Alright, going back to Return to Ravnica, the Azorius Senate are the champions of law and defenders of justice, and their signature mechanic, Detain, lets you lock away the offenders. When you detain an opponent's permanent, that permanent cannot attack, block, or have its activated abilities activated until your next turn. That's right, they are detained. Going into the lore of the Azorius Guild, they are also known as the High Judges. They are Ravnica's government in a way. The guild considers itself to be the mediator and controller of all other guilds' activities, even though most of its countless decrees are largely ignored. The Azorius Senate does wield real power, and other guilds are aware that if the Azorius had their way, they would be in charge over the entire metropolis. The Azorius' reach has waxed and waned depending on the economics, cultural trends, and the activities of all the other guilds. Spiria, the supreme judge. Sphinxes are aloof beings that value solitude above all. As crime and chaos in Ravnica increase in the years, they have become broken on their guild pact. However, its Desidens demand for laws and their enforcement to grow louder. The Sphinx, Spiria, decided that the need for her service trumped her own preferences. She is advised by 3 arbiters, each representing one of the columns of the Azorius. The Jellin column, which makes the laws, the Liev column, which enforces those laws, and the Sova column, which judges the lawbreakers. New Prov, the original Azorius Guild Hall, was demolished when the Boros warship Parhelion crashed into it. Years passed in bureaucratic paralysis while the Azorius deliberated how, when, and where to rebuild. Only after Spiria had accepted leadership of the guild did the gears of reconstruction begin to turn. New Prov consists of 3 towering, 3-sided columns form a circular courtyard, the tallest structures on the ground in all of Ravnica. In an austere, immaculate structure, elegant but adorned, it is marble, alabaster, and steel all combined into one. Broad, curving hallways lead to large chambers, each with an array of sub-chambers and offices. Because the halls and chambers don't have many distinguishing features, visitors to New Prov oftentimes become lost without an escort. It is said that Old Prov's ruins had become a wilderness preserve in their absence. During the maze running, Levina of the 10th was one of the most accomplished arresters in the 10th district, and she was therefore chosen for her single-minded tenacity to run the maze. She is relentless in her pursuit of her quarry and will overcome any obstacle to uphold the law. Now, if you actually choose to use Lavina of the 10th in her actual Magic the Gathering card form, she is an okay card at most. She is the ultimate enforcer of law and order on the streets of Ravnica, so her protection from red keeps her safe from the more rabble-rousing guilds. And her ability to detain an entire precinct's worth of creatures gives you the opportunity to break through your opponent's defenses. And her being a 4/4 isn't bad either. If you're looking to go into that more control aspect of the guild, you might want to take a look at Jace, Architect of Thought. In Ravnica, we find Jace tapping entirely new levels of mental manipulation. This time around, he's targeting thoughts that have already ended up in the graveyard, restocking your library, or messing with your opponent's best laid plans. Even the most skilled adversaries will find themselves outmatched when you make their ultimate ambitions your own. And at just 4 mana, this Planeswalker is an amazing addition to any control deck. And then you have Supreme Verdict. When you want to return to the battlefield, a more simpler, more peaceful time, Supreme Verdict is the final wording that cleans up all messes. No matter how many counterspells your opponent may have, they will all be for naught because this card cannot be countered. And the best card to run in an Azorius control deck is Sphinxes Revelation. This card allows you to draw and gain life equal to however many you wish to pay. It can be as little as maybe 4 or as high as many mana as you see fit. This card can literally win you games and keep you alive. Currently, in the standard format of Magic the Gathering, a very popular deck right now is the Blue-White Heroic. This deck focuses on some small fry creatures, but you can enchant them with auras or enchantments to make their power grow. And now that you guys have learned the ins and outs of the Azorius Guild and the Blue-White control deck, why don't you take it to your Friday Night Magic and see how well you can infuriate your opponents. I, however, have to planeswalk on over to Patreon so I can get you guys to fund this amazing, YouTube channel. Because that's the only way you guys can help support us. Besides liking, commenting, and sharing this video. You know what? Just do all 4. Why not, right? It's only $1, and that $1 pledge will help us bring you better, more informative, and amazing content. With that being said, I am the Sound Alchemist, and I am planeswalking out of here.